Okay, friends, gonna prepare a quick luncheon here. It is now 12:41. I think by 12:45, 12:46 we should be ready. I prepared my mise en place already, sliced up some chicken gizzards, some spicy Italian sausage, onions, mushroom, and scallion and peppers. I have some leftover pumpkin dice, which I'm going to use in there. Don't feel like cooking today, so I'm going to make that really quick. So normally what I do with chicken gizzards, I usually, see if that's hot, no, not yet. I usually braise them. I saute them to give them a little color and a Maillard effect, and then I braise them in liquid until they get very tender. Now in this dish, what I'm going to do, I just give them a quick saute, then take them out of the pan and add them back later on. They're not going to be as tender as when you braise them for half an hour, but they're going to have a nice bite to it. They're not going to be tough, but again, they're not as tender obviously as when you braise them. So I'm going to start with my gizzard. I season them with salt and cayenne pepper. Like I said, they only take about a minute to cook. And make sure you have enough fat in there so they don't steam in their own cheeses. Almost done. Now when you find in your gizzard something like this, you want to take it out. It's very tough, not pleasant to look at, and definitely not pleasant to eat. Obviously I overlooked it when I sliced it, so I'm going to take it out now. No big deal, but like I said, you don't want to eat that stuff. Good, so this is almost done. You don't want to overcook them, because once they're well done and cook any further from there, you're going to get very tough. You want to avoid that by not overcooking them. And as you know by now, the carryover heat will cook them all the way through. Not fun to eat raw or rare chicken gizzard. They should be cooked through, but they should not be hot. So, have this done. Basically the longest part of all of it. Gonna add my sausage. Just add a little color. Very good. Good eating. I'm going to add my onions and my shiitake mushrooms. The smell already. Wow, good eating. And as with all noodle dishes, you want to make sure you have enough fat in there. You don't want it greasy. Hi Bella. You don't want it greasy, but in order to give it that satisfying texture, you have to have enough fat in there. So, gonna add my garlic and ginger. Alright, yep. That's right. Gonna add my peppers. My pumpkin. Now, this is not exactly what I would call a pure Chinese dish, but it's typically, it's very Asian expired. Asian expired for the seasoning we're going to use, and for the fact that when you're in Asia, you cook with what you have. You go to the market, you buy your stuff, and if something is missing, well, you cook it without it. And if something is in the fridge that needs to be used that day, well, you just add it. So, got this done. At this point, I'm going to add my noodles. Those are rice noodles that have been pre-soaked. Going to add my seasoning. Good amount of soy sauce. Don't be scared. A little bit of oyster sauce. A little bit of sesame oil. Good amount of sriracha. If you don't have sriracha, use any other hot sauce or cayenne pepper, black pepper, whatever suits you and whatever you have at hand. So, good. We're almost done. Those noodles gonna get soft in a minute in this pot, in the heat, with the steam and everything. Oh, got some rum here. Gonna add a little bit of rum. If this would be Chinese, pure Chinese, I would add whiskey or a rice wine. Again, whatever tickles your fancy, whatever is available at the moment. Wow, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna add my gizzards back in there. And we're done. Scallions. And voila, we're done. Now again, as I said all the time, when you don't like gizzards, when you don't like liver, when you don't like one protein, or no protein at all, just replace it with another protein. You could use shrimp, fish, scallops, tofu, or no protein at all. Just add more of your vegetables. Okay, we're going to plate this. And then, best of all, I'm going to eat it. Here we go. Stir-fried rice noodles. With gizzards and vegetables. And what I'm going to add on top, one of my all-time favorites for noodle dishes, is some fried onions. Voila, here we go. Bon appetit.